Alright, so the first one's add and subtract polynomials. Nothing crazy. Just adding like terms all the way back to like probably like 6th grade math. So x squared minus 3x plus 5 minus, then the rest of it, okay, so make sure you pay attention to the parentheses and the signs that are in them, okay. Negative 4x squared plus 8x plus 9. So with this, there's kind of two ways you can think about this. When I do this with Algebra 1, I usually have them actually distribute this sign all the way through and rewrite everything with the correct sign. If you want to do it that way, that's completely fine, okay? But the other thing you can do is find your like terms. So you can say x squared minus negative 4x squared. So x squared plus 4x squared would be 5x squared. Negative 3x minus 8x is negative 11x. Then 5 minus 9 is negative 4. And you can call it a day. So if you feel like you need to like actually distribute the sign through and rewrite everything, that's fine. If you're content with this method, totally fine. So I like to save writing when I can. 8. 2a squared minus 8 minus a cubed plus 4a squared minus 12a plus 4. Now, I want everything in standard form, so I want my variables in descending order. Okay, so in that first set of parentheses, the biggest thing I have is a squared term. But in the second parentheses, I have a cubed term. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I write that cubed term first. So, don't forget, you've got this minus sign here that's got to go on it. So it's going to be minus a cubed. Then...
Oh, that sounded bad.
I don't know why I'm worried. I'm like the same way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not like that.
How far away can I go? Let's see. 2a squared minus 4a squared is
Negative 2a squared.
negative 2a squared. Okay, there's not an a term in the first part, but I see one in the second part. So minus negative 12a is
Positive.
plus 12a. And then negative 8 minus 4, negative 12.
I like those.
My brain needs to warm up.
Warm up.
It's over.
Get the juices marinated.
It'll go.
Oh, that's weird. I don't like that.
I like saying that just to make it.
I don't like that. All right, 3y squared minus 6y to the 4th plus 5 minus 6y plus 5y to the 4th minus 6y cubed plus 4y.
Do you have to change it in standard form before you multiply? I mean, not multiply. But like,
I don't have to.
but it just has to be in standard form.
The end result has to be standard form. So I'm going to look for my biggest term. So I have a 4th power term in both of them. So negative 6y to the 4th plus 5y to the 4th is negative y to the 4th. Let's see. I don't have a cube term in the first one, but plus negative 6y cubed. So minus 6y cubed. Okay, when the sign here is positive, life's a lot easier. But now I need my squared term. So 3y squared plus, there's no y squared terms over here, so plus 3y squared. Now I can do my just y terms. So negative 6y plus 4y. Negative 2y, and then my constant term plus 5.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're probably okay with adding and subtracting.
Multiplying where it's
Great. Multiplying is where it gets a little crazy.
a little crazy.
A little crazy.
Hold on
but it's
tight.
okay.
Okay.
We're ready.
That's not all.
You survived trig. You're ready.
Yeah, survive. Yeah.
Also, I plan on, while I sit and watch people take English exams for 4 hours tomorrow, I plan on grading all of the tests and stuff that I'm behind on. So,
We
But you have to proctor that exam, the English one?
Mr. Law has a meeting. He was supposed to do it, and then he was like, he basically told Miss Holloway she couldn't go on the field trip because she needed to proctor the exam.
Are you serious?
And she was like, I was like, well, who are they going to get to go on this field trip? Because, like, they need chaperones because it's the whole middle school's going, minus 8th grade.
Yeah.
And so then she was like, well, they're going to get a sub to come in and proctor the exam. But I'm pretty sure AP says it has to be somebody that's, like, on staff at your school that gives the exam. And so I said, well, I can give it, right? Like, theoretically. I was like, or do I have to have a master's degree or something? She's like, no, like, you could give it. And I said, well, I was like, I would be teaching first and second, but they could have a work day to work on whatever I teach today. And I was like, so why don't I just give it? And she was like, that sounds like a great idea. And she just felt more comfortable with it too, because if there's something that goes wrong, like, I can call her and be like, hey, like, what do I need to do about this or something? Or like something's missing and it's not like a problem. So I'm proctoring the exam now for English. I just can't proctor the math ones because I teach that. So
Where are they going on a field trip?
Zoo.
the zoo in
Oh.
Richmond.
Richmond Zoo.
The
Richmond
better
Zoo.
The better zoo.
The bougie zoo.
Which we were told we weren't allowed to go
Yeah,
that
I don't
far.
know. We know
So,
that.
Really?
yeah.
It's too far.
Huh.
Middle school.
Yeah, but it's not too far from middle schoolers. Because we trust them on longer bus rides.
Yeah. All right, the next one is just finding the product of the polynomials. I really hope that we know how to do this by this point. So what do I have?
What?
Are we just distributing?
Yep,
2x
just distribute. So
2x cubed.
2x cubed minus 5x squared plus
7x.
Wow.
now, if when you multiply through, your stuff isn't in standard form, you do need to rewrite it in standard form just to get in that habit, even if the instructions don't specify that. Make sure you write it in the standard form. All right. I'm going to get a little crazy. Y minus 7 times y plus 6.
Whoa.
What in the...
Whoa.
We're getting wild.
Hey, yo, isn't
Is
that
it all?
We can,
Oil. So what do we get?
y squared.
Yes, I'm twang on that.
Squared. She said squared.
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 Plus 6y
Like insecure about it now.
minus 7y minus 42.
So y squared minus y minus 42. All right. We distributed. We foiled. Now we're going to super foil.
Ew, I don't like that. Sounds like a kid's show. Super foil.
Super y.
I was going to say super y.
Yeah.
Literally know nothing about the show other than the name.
I know they do letters.
They do more than just that.
No, they basically do letters.
What was that one?
Pretty much the
show?
only current kid show that I know about, if it wasn't around when I was
I don't
little,
think that's
is Paw
current.
Patrol.
Ah, I love that show.
What's that one show with the people?
With the people.
and the-
Wow. Like
And-
every single one of them.
What's it?
Okay,
With the town and there's the.
With the town. Again, literally every single one of them.
Lazy town.
Are you serious?
I thought he was going for like the Wiggles, but you know.
Thank you, Jake.
What is
That's
Lazy
the only
Town?
one that has Lazy Town. It's this athletic dude, and there's a bunch of puppets.
It was a good show.
I missed
It
out,
was.
I guess.
Weird.
I
but
was
it
too busy
cool.
watching ducks with capes. Come on, you guys.
We had a long discussion about that the other day. I think it was at tennis. Was it at tennis?
A lot of like.
We were talking about the animals. It definitely was at tennis. It was at the tournament that day. Oh, y'all weren't
funny,
there.
like,
That's
a lot
why.
of TikTok sounds.
Was it last tournament?
The first one.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing about shows.
Yeah, we'll talk about it once I stop recording.
Oh.
Oh, we're still recording.
All right, so now we got a superfoil. So what do I have?
I don't know.
Y,
Let's see.
W cubed.
How do you
Is it bad that it didn't even faze me when you said Y and I was totally just about to write Y?
What?
It didn't faze me either. So I was like,
Just like, that is
I was like, huh?
Y.
Oh, I didn't even hear. I didn't even.
Josh,
Wait,
it's
what?
a double Y.
W plus 6W squared. Minus 11W. And then, what was it, plus 4Y squared?
W squared.
Why do I keep saying Y?
No, it is a Y. You just have
W.
to add the little
Double Y.
double Y.
Plus
Plus
4
24
Whoa.
W
W.
minus 44.
Look at you just like took over. You're just like, you're done.
All right, so then combine like terms.
Oh my gosh. There's just a W
Let's see.
cube.
There's the W cubed
And then there's 10W
plus 10.
where. Okay, we understand.
Plus
Plus
13
Plus
W
13.
Yeah.
Yes. Minus
minus 44.
Beautiful.
It's really easy to make a W two Y, so you just like add the little.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I
double
said
Y.
that.
It's, look at it. Look at the first image.
All right, let's superfoil again. A little harder superfoil.
I would ask why we didn't inquire yesterday, but we never you were there.
5c squared minus 4. Pretty sure there were only 4 people in choir yesterday.
Well,
Taylor,
I was
Maddie, and
Or well, you came in, right? So maybe 5.
I was there, but I wasn't there.
Brooke Taylor.
I was at the school during that time, but I was in the sick bay.
Brooke Taylor,
Oh.
Brooke
Maddie,
Taylor, Maddie, Christine, and Kara. And she's now sick.
Was there a specific reason why
Okay,
you came to
that
school?
is not my fault that she got sick. Like, there's no way she can blame it on me.
No, she was sick when she came in
Oh.
yesterday.
There's so many other people that are sick. There's no like.
She was
like,
100% sick when she
straight
came in
up,
yesterday. She's
Okay,
like, I'm
you
fine.
guys can
I'm
probably
fine. I'm
blame me.
allergic to dust. And I
Oh,
was
that-
like,
no, Taylor said somebody said they had an allergic reaction to dust.
Everyone's allergic to dust. Unless you're like super
that doesn't
human.
make sense. I'm sorry.
I've also just faced the fact if I get sick, I'm gonna get sick. So be it. All right, superfoil. Hey, the letter C this time.
Q.
Hey, I like the letter Q now.
Yeah. Wait, is there a reason?
It's in my name now.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I didn't get it.
I was like, huh?
How did y'all not check that?
Just give me a second. You have to give me
Okay,
at least
Mr.
5.
They're like
Why?
fun.
Exactly. Now we're even.
That just came out.
All right.
That's so true. Okay.
10
C.
C.
What?
What was that, John?
To the 4th power.
What was that?
What was that? Were you so surprised by the 4?
Did you know that?
You were.
Oh, I
That
heard.
wasn't really.
We
a
heard
fact.
it.
Oh.
Plus 5C cubed.
Yeah, and then minus
15C squared.
15
squared.
squared.
Minus
8C squared.
All minus.
all over.
Kidding.
Minus 4C.
Equator.
Minus 4
Positive.
plus.
So then just combine.
No, what is it?
So 10C to the 4th. Plus 5C to the
To the cubed.
To the cube. Minus 23C squared. Oh, you already wrote it down. Oh my gosh. I feel so slow. I thought we were going through this.
Well, the only one that needed to be combined was the middle ones.
Oh.
Oh, I rewrote. Oh.
And they were already in order, so I just like, well, I'll just write them. I was waiting to see how long it was going to take y'all to realize I'd already written it.
Yeah, it took us a while. At least me. 'Cause I was like,
Well, I was trying to focus.
All right, now we're going to super foil.
huh?
Was it 3 and 3?
Mm-hmm. 24, negative d squared plus 4d plus 3 all times
Oh,
No.
3d squared minus 7d plus 6.
All over.
Oh.
I mean, that's next section.
What?
Is it?
Everybody was like,
Is it actually?
I think it is.
No, yeah, because division is a thing.
No, factor and solve is next. Hold on.
Factoring.
Next section we learned about soap.
Oh,
Maybe we don't divide. Ah!
What flavor?
That's not how soap works.
Flavor. Never mind. We're not dividing for a little bit.
Flavor.
What flavor is it?
What flavor candle is it?
She's like, it's not a flavor. You don't eat it.
All right.
Damn.
So start with the negative d squared and multiply that by each piece. What do I get?
Negative 3d to the 4th.
I'm gonna write smaller because I'm gonna. All right.
Cop plus 7d to the cube. Right? Cube. Minus 6d to the squared. I'm gonna Ew, this is gonna be like really long.
All right, now the middle one.
12d
Plus. Oh, yeah.
Cubed.
cubed, that's what to the cube. Minus 28d squared. No. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and then
24D.
No, I don't have a room.
So I erased mine and started over.
plus 9d squared
Where are we? Oh.
minus 21d plus 18.
Whee. Ew.
All right, so I'm going to tell you that a lot of times what I do now is I will go through and I will underline the things that go together. So I know my biggest power term is the fourth, so I'm going to underline it 4 times and then I'm going to rewrite it. Then I go through and find all my cubed terms and I underline them 3 times. So 7d cubed plus 12d cubed is
19D.
Yeah, I was. Oh.
I'm sorry, I was doing
No,
another
you're
thing.
all right. I'm taking care of my to the 4th, my cubed. So now I'm gonna do my squared terms. I underline those twice. So I have 3 of those. So negative 6d squared minus 28d squared is
Negative 34.
negative 34d squared plus 9d squared.
Negative 25D squared.
Then I find my just d term. So 24d and negative 21d is
3D.
plus 3d. Probably be a great movie. And then my constant term, I just leave it alone. I don't write anything under it. So plus 18. So I like to just do the underline just because it helps me to see things, and that way I can be really intentional as I go across, making sure I get each thing, but you don't have to do that.
That's
All right. Multiply 3 binomials. 28. X plus 4 times x minus 6 times x minus 5.
It's like.
Is this gonna be long?
Huh?
Is this gonna be long?
It's 4 lines.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter which 2 you choose to do first. Okay, you can pick your favorite one. I don't care. But you're going to FOIL 2 of them, and then you're going to take that, and then you're going to multiply it by the last set. So you're going to regular FOIL, and then we're going to super FOIL, and then you get your answer.
Alright.
So which one do you want to do first?
The first
First two? Alright, so what does that factor into?
X squared. Wait, yes. Minus 6x
Minus
plus 4x
plus 4
minus 24
minus
times x minus 1.
Okay, so then I would probably simplify this just to make it a little bit easier. So then this middle term is going to be negative 2x. So x squared minus 2x minus 24 times x minus 5. So now I can superfoil. So what does that give me?
X cubed minus 2x squared minus 24x minus 5x squared positive 10x and then positive
I think. Y'all agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I was like, I think that's right. I was like, 4 times 5 is 20, so I think that's right.
Yeah.
Great. All right, and then simplify it.
It's easy to get lost.
I was like, what did I do? Oh.
Oh yeah, I got some of them.
Does that mean you're done?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Some of the problems decide that S's are a good way to go
No.
for the variable. If that happens, feel free to change the variable to something else so you don't get confused. I don't care what the variable you choose is as long as, you know what it means. Just FYI. 36. 4x minus 1 times negative 2x minus 7 times negative 5x minus 4.
It's too much.
We only have 4 more after this one.
4 more.
But they're easier because they just follow a pattern. Alright, which two are you going to start with?
The last two.
Last two? Alright, so I'm going to copy down my 4x minus 1. So what do I have?
10x squared plus 8x plus 35x
That's 20.
Yeah, that's the reason why I chose the last two, because this looks better.
Yeah.
But it's time.
Well, and that's the thing is sometimes like it will make more sense to do the first two. Sometimes it make more sense to do the last two. On occasion, they may give you something that's like a perfect square trinomial or something like that will multiply really easily. So I would always try to like lump those things together if possible, just to make your life easier. But it doesn't matter what order they get done in. So then 4x minus 1 times, I need to rewrite this middle term combined. So 10x squared plus 43x plus 28. So now what?
40x cubed.
Plus.
Hey, yo.
Get-
Uh.
Wait. 172. Yep.
Yeah. So after we have the dramatic pause. No.
minus 10x squared minus 43x.
This is all gonna equal.
Minus 0.
This is all just gonna equal 0, isn't it? Huh? Wait, no, it's not.
Why
What
did
am
you
I
say
doing?
that? I don't know.
Where did you see that?
I don't see that.
Like, literally where?
She just. I mean, numbers wise, like maybe, but.
No, just don't listen to me. I was thinking like times 1, and all the things were gonna be like.
The same numbers as the other.
She's ready. Well, when you said something about all going to be equal to 0, I'm like, well, that's the next section that we're doing. Like, or one of them where you set this up equal to 0 and solve them, but like.
You're just so polite. You're just like, I don't think I saw that. Goodness. I'm gonna tell my stuff in your brain right now.
It's flu brain.
Yeah.
Not COVID brain now, it's flu brain.
Blue brain.
All right, find the product.
We already found
X plus 5 times x minus 5. Special type, go.
What?
it. Yeah. I don't like.
Difference is squared.
Perfect square. Wait. Difference in the square.
Y'all should be able to rattle this off. Come on, let's go.
Is it not difference?
Oh, am I supposed to? I haven't even finished right.
What does it equal?
X squared
X
minus
squared minus 25.
Yeah, the difference is squared.
I didn't even finish writing it yet. I couldn't finish
I'm done.
All right. 40. Y plus 4 cubed. Okay, this is the special type that I gave you at the beginning, okay? It's something being cubed. So this is a cube of a binomial. It's the first type. So it follows a pattern.
It does.
Okay, if you forget the pattern, you could do it just like you did 36.
Ew.
But like I don't want to.
But if you know the pattern, rather than 4 lines of writing, do 1 or 2 max. So, a cubed, so y cubed, plus 3a squared b, so 3 times y squared times b is 4. Okay, so that's why I'm saying you probably will take 2 lines, just at least while you're getting used to it. Plus 3 times a times b squared, so y times 4 squared. Plus b cubed, which is 4 cubed. And then I just need to simplify it. So y cubed plus 12y squared plus that 48y plus that's 64. 16 times 4.
I think so.
Yes.
I think that's the math.
Great. So you see how it follows the pattern?
Yeah.
All the way back from, that was a while ago, right there. Alright, so the next one is going to be the second type, okay? So the thing, it's going to follow the same pattern, but the second and last sign are both going to be negative. So 42, that was a good one. 3t minus 4 cubed. So, somebody tell me what to do.
Let me check. It would be a cube, so 3t cubed minus 3 times 3t cubed, squared, times negative 4.
Not negative. It's only the number.
Oh, 4.
But I'm glad you made the mistake so that we could talk about it.
I'm always here.
Well, not always, but almost always.
Yesterday ruined your
3 times 3.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, 3t times 4.
Minus
Oh, that's
4
square
cubed.
area.
Isn't it?
Okay, that's a lot.
So what's the first term? 3 cubed is what?
27
T
cubed.
Okay. What number's here? I know it's going to be minus. What number's going to be here?
9 squared.
27 times 4.
Oh,
36
4.
wait.
Well, so I would do 3 squared is 9
That's
times
all
3 times 4.
27.
So 9 times 12 is...
Oh! Oh no, wait. That makes that a lot easier. I was doing
Wait,
12 times
I always try to put the numbers in a manner in which I know how to multiply them. Like, to be honest, with the next one,
that.
okay, 4 squared is 4 times 4, right? So I could do 3 times 4 times 3 times 4. 12 times 12 is...
144. Huh. I never thought of it like that. I was doing it a lot of times.
It makes life way easier.
Yeah, I usually take the harder route.
Nice, 64.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. Last one. I want you to try this one completely on your own. We'll let it be a race for a piece of candy. All right.
I don't know if
Oh, yeah.
my brain
Let it
is
what
like
for?
in the correct race.
Oh, yeah, you weren't here that day. I did a problem for a race for a piece of candy.
I was getting everything wrong, and then she said that, and I was like, banging them.
He was like, I don't know how to do these problems. And so I'm thinking, like, Jake and David, like, knew what they were doing. So I was like, they're one of them going to win this, right? And then Josh was like, I'm done. And I was like, how?
Wait, what's the.
Wait, what's
That's fine.
On Friday.
I was here Friday.
You were here on Friday.
I
Bro,
was.
you really
When you were
was.
supposed to take your
You
test.
were very adamant about getting this piece of candy.
And then you didn't. That's what I've learned. And now you've forgotten it all.
You'll hear all about it in the video when it finally uploads for you.
I can't wait to watch it.
Huh. I don't remember.
That's. it's been a long
All
time.
right, so the next problem is just like the one we just did.
Are you covering it?
I am covering it up.
I didn't even write them down.
It's number 44.
I'm not gonna win. I just wanna do it.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
No.
Let's.
I'm gonna freeze the screen so I can do it. When you think you have it, come show it to me. Somebody else has the plague.
Obviously, I did not.
No, you're missing.
I do not. Oh.
You're missing something.
I probably did this wrong, but might as
I
well.
don't know, so I'm just
I don't know. There's supposed to be like what, 2 variables in the answer?
Oh, you got it.
Oh.
What kind of candy do you want?
The Reese's.
Oh, well, I got it.
yeah, I don't know.
I got it.
All right, just because we're pushing it on time here.
I would have asked for a cake pop, but
They're at home.
What?
Oh,
I literally just forgot to multiply the 7.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the first term cubed, so 7x, all that cubed, minus 3 times the first term squared, so 7x squared times y, plus 3 times the first term times the second term squared, so that's 7x times y squared, and then minus the last term squared, which is cubed, which is minus y cubed. And so then when you multiply everything, 343x cubed minus 147x squared y plus 21xy squared minus y cubed. And then there's your problems there at the bottom. They are not homework tonight. They are for you to do in class tomorrow. Now, if you're like, I need to study during class tomorrow, I'm not in opposition to you doing them tonight and whatever, but they are going to be due at the end of class tomorrow. So,
is today the 3rd?
yeah.